How are
Hello,
you?
Gia. How are you?
Hi, Ryan. I'm sleepy, but I'm well, and I've missed you. How have you been?
I've been good. I've been amazing.
That's
I've been amazing.
good. I'm
I've been
glad to
amazing.
hear it. I'm
Been good.
excited. So, tell me what
Mm-hmm.
you want to talk about tonight. There you go. That's your lead in. Yay.
Mm. I guess we could start with that pillow. I don't know what's going on here, but it's
I
it's
got this amazing
screaming.
pillow.
It's screaming childhood treasure.
Even though
That's
I
what it's
just got it
screaming.
last week. I just got this thing last
That's
week.
what it's screaming.
It's a Target treasure. I got it from Target, and it's amazing.
Tarjay. The
Target.
Tarjay. Shout out to Tarjay.
Shout out to
Um,
Target
yeah.
and late night recordings. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's here.
So, what you been doing in the past week? How's work? How's business? How's family?
Oh goodness gracious, they are all some big world spinning around. But the clip notes is family has been challenging but well overall. Work has been stressful. Um, Business has a wonderful reboot, which has been nice. I finally found my footing, so that feels really, really good. So yeah, I closed out the quarter well, really, really
Okay.
well. How about you?
What you do last week? What would have summed up last week for you?
Last week was medical stuff because I told you my family member had surgery, so I was nursing them back to health, but now they're healthy and fine.
Good thing you're a nurse. Okay.
I'm not a nurse, but we'll go with that.
I'm not
I'm
a
not.
videographer, but I go with it. So,
It's fair.
um, okay, cool. Well, prayers to the family. Hope everything
They're good,
is
but thank you though.
nice.
Thank you. I appreciate. I'll always accept a prayer now. I'll never
Nice.
deny myself a prayer from anybody.
That's
Prayer for
interesting.
good-hearted people is good.
That's interesting because I don't accept all prayers.
But did you hear my clause? All
Yeah, I
prayers
did.
from good-hearted people.
I did.
You know.
I did. But you know, I don't accept all prayers, even from good-hearted people, because we don't know I don't know who everybody praying to. Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but that's another topic for another day.
Okay.
In the last week. So in the last week, we have my team. We've kind of been on this mission to stabilize what I call the mouth of the business, or the mouth of the funnel, the mouth of the whatever you want to call it. We've been working to stabilize that part. So what that means for us is like the part of the business that brings the people in. We've been mostly what do I call it? Referral. We've been referral only.
Yeah.
So we've been referral only for like 3 years. 3 years, 4 years. Our whole existence. Most of our clients have been by referral. When I say referral only, I mean most of our clients have come from referral, not by choice. Okay. It almost works like someone will learn about us from someone else that used us, and then that person will go to our Instagram and check out our stuff, and they'd be like, okay, they are who they say they are, so let's go with them. Type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's good because testimonies from previous clients always tends to help convert someone who got the money and the desire to work with us. Downside to that is we don't have control of that system.
Yeah.
We could foster a little situation where we incentivizing people, or there's ways out there. Like I got a book and it tells you ways to do it. I just ain't done it. The other way is getting Cheap advertising, cheap organic advertising on social media, especially LinkedIn. So, we're probably in our third week of getting ourselves to a place where we can post content regularly without not without anything, honestly. We're just trying to post content regularly. Now, we've been repurposing content. That's been stage 1. Stage 2 is deriving ideas from the old content that we posted and creating new content based on that. The next stage is actually running campaigns, so launching products, launching ideas. I've got an idea for this testimonial service. It's like flat fee. We just show up at your event and do testimonials, and we up out of there. So got these ideas, but the problem that I've always had in making content as an entrepreneur is coming up with the idea, shooting it, and editing it. Now, got an editing team, so the editing part is not as big of an issue for me as it is for other people. Coming up with the ideas is kind of easy, but it's one of those things where, like, you can have an abundance of ideas, but if you're not executing them as fast as if you're not executing the idea, was it a good idea? I don't know.
We'll never know. Yeah.
No one will ever know. So, and all of the content, the trigger. So I've been big on triggers this year. So the trigger, and I'll explain what a trigger is in a minute. But the trigger has always been Ryan. So Ryan makes a decision to make a piece of content, and that's when the machine starts. Ryan's been the trigger. What I learned in my business and making SOPs, because we've been SOP heavy out here, is if you're the trigger to every process, then you don't have a systemized business, because you're the person that has to tell everybody what to do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does.
So you can have SOPs, but if you gotta tell Charlie to do this, and you gotta go and click up and assign such and such to such and such, it's not really trying to scratch my eye and almost went up my nose. It's not it's gonna be an unfavorable experience, and I've experienced that before. So a trigger, my definition of a trigger, it's a word that's related to a process or a system or SOP. And a trigger is something that, a catalyst, if you will. It's something that causes the SOP or the system to start, or the process to start. So in a business, if someone books a consultation call, them clicking on the link and scheduling it on their calendar triggers the process. It triggers the discovery process. And so when that discovery process is triggered, you get on a call, we get on calls with them, and then after we get off of the call, then what happens? What happens next in the process? I don't know. It depends on you as the business owner. For me, it used to be, we get off the phone, I've got my notes, I put all the information into Honeybook, which is what we use for a CRM. And then after we put all the information in Honeybook, then I have to go and draft a proposal or a contract or whatever. And then at the time years ago when I had an assistant, I would have that assistant to do some things that helped me get the stuff done faster, which is the wrong way to use an assistant. And then I'd send them a proposal and they would hit me back, or they wouldn't. I would follow up. That's a lot of I. Instead, after the discovery call, as part of the process, my assistant reviews the call because we recorded the call. No one has to remember to record the call. It records automatically. The call is recorded. She gets the notes from the call. She goes and enters the information into Honeybook. She goes and makes a proposal and a contract and an invoice. And then she prompts me to review it. And she always has to remind me to review it. That's another story. The beauty is, the only time I have to get back involved is when she tells me what I need to do versus me telling her everything she needs to do. And I prefer that because that doesn't require my memory, you know? So, we're developing. We've got a pretty good process when it comes to the sales thing, but when it comes to the content thing, we're hitting a little bit of turbulence, which we're supposed to, because ain't nobody done this before. Yeah. So that's what we've been doing the past week.
What do you have in mind in terms of the type of content that you think might be appealing to your ideal customer?
I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Asterisk. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I care about the content that they care about, but I don't care about trying to figure out what that is before I put the content out.
Okay.
And I feel like I've been talking about this all week, but I'll talk about it again. All right, on the record. All right, Myron Golden. He talks about the 4 levels of value. I'm not gonna break it all down. Are you familiar though? I can give you a quick synopsis.
No. Yeah,
he
please.
talks about the 4 levels of value. The lowest level is implementation. You use your muscles and your time. Those are limited resources. Your muscles are physical resources. Your time is a limited resource. So he's saying that like you're not gonna build a lot of wealth trading your time for money. Essentially, there's a ceiling. He says unification is the next level. Okay, that's managing people. So instead of using your time and muscle, you're using other people's time and muscle. Okay, you're not gonna become a millionaire like that, but you can get some money.
Yeah.
The next level is communication. He said you can make hundreds of millions at the communication level. And the communication level is your rappers, your singers, your actors, your professional speakers, your authors, and guess what else?
Podcasters.
Your podcasters, your content creators.
I like that.
And then the highest level is like your imagination level. Okay. Now, everybody operates at one of these levels. Not exclusively, but a mix of it. I'm boring. So
I'm tired.
Everyone operates at at a mix of these levels. You know what I'm saying? Like I might spend some of my time at the implementation level. Okay, you understand that. He says that you should try to spend most of your time at the top 2 levels, not the bottom 2 levels.
So that would be what? Innovation and
No.
creation?
Communication and imagination.
Communication and imagination.
Here's what he said, Gia. He said try to spend most of your time there. He didn't say try to make most of your money there. It's easy to spend a lot. I have a choice on whether or not I want to put out content. And, if I spend 4 hours working a day with my muscles, I can make sure I get 5 hours in on a podcast episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with ease.
And to be honest, what's really stopping me from posting stuff every day on YouTube? Nothing. What is the matter with me, Gia? It's been 4 years. I got like under 12 videos on my YouTube. What? What? And the more time I spend thinking and running my mouth, the more wealthy I could become. Prepare to be sick of me. And people that know me or know of me, they might be like, we've been telling you, Ryan. We've been trying to tell you, blah, blah, blah. Well,
you're here now. That's
I
good.
I still can't put out trash. You know what I'm saying?
You
and
can.
For me, no. I can't.
You can. You can.
No, I can't.
You position it right. You can.
I can't put out trash.
You can.
You know why I can't?
Why?
Because trash won't come out of me.
Okay.
You see what I did there?
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, anywho, that gave me a lot to think about, because now it's like, all right. And then here's the other piece. All right. And this really excites me. He said to Gia, the yawning. No, I'm kidding.
What?
I'm kidding.
You can cut it out in post. Uh-huh.
No. We social proofing this thing. Shout out Dave. Anyway, here's the other thing. He said not in the same conversation, but in another video he made, he said make more offers.
Yes. That reminds me, I do want to join his challenge. I do want to do that challenge. But carry on.
So here's the thing. Do you win anything?
No. If he just upsells you, but
I've never been a part of a
he just upsells
I've never been a
you
part
in
of a
the
challenge.
end. Yeah. He just upsells to the end. But I mean, I've heard it's a very effective challenge. We just want to do the week challenge.
I mean, if people need to be challenged, Myron getting that bread.
oh, always and forever. Always,
so but here's the thing.
I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad at it.
No. Here's the thing though. In his YouTube videos, he tells you exactly how to get the bread. Exactly how. Think about it. He says, spend most of your time in the communication level and in the imagination level. That's thinking about your stuff, strategy, and taking your ideas and planting them in other people's brains. That's one piece. The next piece he says is be so comfortable making offers that it doesn't matter to you if they say yes or no.
I'm sorry, you broke up. Say that again.
Be so comfortable making offers that it doesn't matter to you if they say yes or no.
Mm.
I made 3 offers today, and all of them got
Okay.
accepted.
Let's go. Okay.
It's crazy. Now, 2 of them were small, but one of them was a 5-figure offer. Okay.
Let's go.
5. Yeah. So here's the other piece. The fact that the communication level is a level you can make hundreds of millions in. So you can make a lot of money in it, but also you can use, here's another piece, a nugget that I picked up from him. The quantity is not as important. So for example, at the implementation level, a big bucket of implementation is not worth the same value as a drop of communication. Because think about this. You're a respiratory therapist, right? Yeah. Not a nurse, respiratory therapist. And do you have nurses that help you?
No.
Like work with you? Who works with you?
They work with me. Yeah, we work together. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all work together. So they do some stuff for you and stuff like that?
They don't do anything for me.
Okay. They don't help you?
No, in terms of helping me with my workload, my literal workload, no.
Okay, bad example.
More like team members.
Okay.
But
Bad example. Bad example.
it's okay.
What's a good example? Okay, let's use this example. Let's take a lawn care person.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody that does lawn care. But let's say a lawn care person, and that person, their job is to just keep your lawn nice and tidy, good to go, clean, etc., so on and so forth. Versus a landscape designer. Okay. You got a big old beautiful house that you built or that you're building, and you hire the lawn care person to take care of the lawn, and they do it all year. But in July sometime, you consult with this landscape architect who gets on a 2-hour call with you to go over design templates so you can build a custom lawn for your house. They go over the design with you. They call all the contractors that come and do the work. They put the beautiful lawn together. And then in August, here comes your lawn care dude. You know, he just got a new yard to do, but he helps to take care of it. In terms of your perceived value, which one of those, we're not even going to talk about value, which one of those jobs would you have spent the most money on? Which one would you expect to spend the most money for? The design or the upkeep?
The lawn service. Which one? Well, are we talking about who do we pay for more in the span of like 1 year or a lifetime, or like what?
The lawn care person been coming and cutting all year.
All year.
The designer came for 2 hours, got the design right. Now you got the most beautiful yard in the city.
On the block. Gotcha. In the city. Okay. In the city.
And they just came and took a few measurements, showed you a few things, found out what you like. They designed it, and then they made a call. Contractors came and knocked it out.
Okay. All right. So I would assume that the lawn architect will be the person I'll be paying the most money for upfront, and the lawn service guy second in line.
Would it be worth it for you to pay the lawn care architect more than you're paying the lawn care dude?
I think theoretically, because the lawn care dude is just maintaining something that was already set, but the architect or one literally had to architect. They literally had to design it from thought, from inception until manifestation of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if you were paying the lawn care dude $200 a cut, $400 a month, $3,600 a year, and the architect charged you $5,000, would you be willing to pay that?
Yes. But the thing is that the architect has to be skilled enough to present it in a way so the person can see the value and see the investment of it. But yeah.
I'm talking about you, not the person. I'm talking about just you.
Yeah, I would.
So the architect is operating at what level in your mind to you? Or levels?
The Myron Golden levels, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember now. He's operating from the...
You've got the imagination, the communication, the...
Imagination and communication level.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for playing that game.
You're welcome.
That was the point I needed to make. I didn't know if it was going to make it, but...
It landed.
Here we are. It landed. That plane landed. So, yeah. So I just been thinking about that. And I also been thinking about, Gia, the fact that at the communication level, we are so free with information that we give. You know what I mean? Like,
elaborate with...
We're willing to have a conversation with someone we know don't even believe like we do, that disagree. We willing to have a conversation with someone that that's just saying stuff that's just not just not. It's like, obviously this is not going to be a productive conversation, and we're still willing to spend our words on them.
I think that's more you than me. You have more patience than I do.
I mean, in general.
Even in general. I think you have
maybe
more patience than I do.
Well, I'm talking about people, not just us.
You want me to just... Yes, right. Yeah.
I'm just saying. like for example.
Yeah.
The podcasts that you see that have like... There's some like controversial podcasts, like people get together and they talk about stuff that's like entertaining to our ego. It's not necessarily productive, but we're willing to spend our time talking about this. So also we're willing to share information, knowledge, and ideas that we have discovered. We're willing to give that away for free. Way faster than we're willing to spend our time and our words. Way faster than we're willing to use our muscle or use our what's the other thing? Well, use our, like, we operate at the implementation stage for money way more often than we operate at the communication stage for money.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying, like, if someone calls me and says, hey, Ryan, can you come and help me shoot some BTS at XYZ123? Well, Ryan's bills got to get paid. So, you know, on the way. But I'm making a conscious effort to spend less time in the implementation stage for money. So obviously I'm going to have to, but as much as I can, I'm not going to. So like, even if I'm going to, because I don't think it's about, so for example, if a friend of mine asked me like to come and help him with his podcast, his podcast engineer was not there. So he's like, can you come and help switch the podcast or whatever? I could have charged him to come and do it, but I don't want to keep operating at that level if I don't have to. And that's not something that I sell. So I would rather be hired for my ability to think and communicate and manage. I've been doing some different things lately. So for example, one thing that I've been doing, Gia, is I've been making sure that everything I go on Amazon that I want to buy, I put it in a spreadsheet. I put it in a spreadsheet and I copy my affiliate link to the spreadsheet, because sometimes I go and buy things without copying and pasting my affiliate link and buying from that. So I put it in the spreadsheet, and in the spreadsheet I've got like, do I need it? Do I already have something that does, like in the columns, I'm like, do I already have something that does the same thing? And then I've got the price. So whenever I get an urge and it's like, oh man, this is just this much, I want to buy this. What I do is I go to my spreadsheet, add it to the spreadsheet, and then I sort by price. And then I go down the list and it's like, okay, well, I wanted to spend $400 on this, but is there anything cheaper that I need? And also, one thing I've started doing as well, Gia, is I've started buying 2 of everything. Yes.
How come? Why?
Well, if I buy one of something and I lose it, I gotta order a whole nother one. That's for like support stuff, small things, you know. It feels good and it feels secure to know, like the other day I bought a chainsaw, right? That's another story. But bought a chainsaw.
Very random, but okay.
Bought a chainsaw, and I didn't buy 2 of those. Okay, I should have, but that's another story.
Okay.
Bought 2 pairs of gloves. All right, I'm cutting up the tree in the yard. I go and take the wood to kind of throw it over behind the fence. All right. And I don't have the gloves have straps on the bottom of them. I don't have the gloves strapped up.
Okay.
Well, one of the tree limbs, like a little burr from the tree, grabs my glove and goes over the fence with it.
Oh.
Well, guess what? I bought 2 pairs of gloves. So who cares? Let me just go get my other pair and we good. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to replace that pair that I lost. And I always got 2 pairs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just doing that with a lot of stuff. Even when I order food, you know what I mean? I'm ordering 2. One's going in the freezer.
One for now, one for later.
One's going in the freezer. You
Okay.
know? If I buy like this arm, yeah. Yeah, we got to. What if it breaks? You know what I'm saying? What if I want to use it in another place? Am I just gonna take this and just go over it? Nah, we got two of them. How do you feel about the imminent danger that TikTok is in? Somebody gonna buy it.
Yeah, so it's not going anywhere. The vibe is going to change because it's going to change hands. That's going to suck. But it's not going anywhere. And plus, shout out to TikTok. TikTok already made their next chess move. So they already announced that they're announcing TikTok Notes. And
Notes?
TikTok Notes is...
Notes?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So the whole thing with TikTok Notes is... So apparently... there are more TikTok users in the US right now than there are, I think, Instagram and I'll just say Meta users, right? And that was the big reason why, amongst other reasons, why good old Zuck was in his fields, because it's a major threat, right? They're angling it like it's safety. It's not safety. It's not safety. They don't care.
You don't think there's a safety issue?
They don't care about our safety. They don't care about safety at all.
Well, they may not care about our safety, but
they care about
there's a safety issue?
It. Yeah,
but do you think there is a safety issue?
No.
Now, them caring about our safety and there actually being a safety issue, those can be two totally different things. You don't think it's either. You like they don't care about our safety and there's no safety issue. Not even with all the data that they collect.
They already have the data. They're just upset that other people have the data because that can be used and leveraged against them. So once again, it's not about our personal safety that they care about. Come on now.
You don't think that there's
any data? If they cared about
data?
personal safety, we would have universal health care. If they cared about personal safety, there would be different gun laws. If they cared about our safety, there'll be different ways of training law enforcement officers. They do not care about our safety. So don't miss me with that. It's not about safety.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing about them caring about our safety, Gia. Are we striking a nerve?
No.
Well, you're taking you're
we're not striking a nerve.
I didn't say that. I didn't refute your point, Gia. I'm asking about the data. I'm asking, you said that they already have the data. You don't there aren't any data points that there's not data that TikTok has collected that other companies or other apps and software haven't already collected? You believe?
There may be others that we may not know of, but at the same point, if you were in a committed relationship with a woman, right? She's your girl. You've always had access to her in every way possible, mentally, emotionally, sexually, every way possible. All of a sudden, you find out that other people have access to her. How would that make you feel?
It made me feel pretty bad, Gia. It made me feel pretty bad. You think that's the case? You think
other people have access. Other people have access.
I mean,
they don't like that. That's a threat.
I mean, if we're gonna go with that analogy, that would assume that analogy, if we're comparing apples to apples, would mean that the American government cared about us.
They care what they can get from us, not about us as individuals.
Oh, so is that what the hypothetical guy in a committed relationship cares about too? What he can get from her? Okay. I mean, as long as we keeping the analogy the same, I'm just trying to figure out where this is going. Thanks for listening, y'all. Appreciate it. We up out of here.